Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm Max. This is my affirmation video. It's my affirmation journal of a book I've been writing called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Written the book here. It's my affirmation video. It's my affirmation journal. It's just one take. And I'm just gonna go ahead and read it to you. And this is ordinary unconsciousness and deep unconsciousness. What do you mean by different levels of unconsciousness? As you probably know, as you sleep constantly and move between the phases of dreamless sleep and dream state. Similarly, in wakefulness, and most people shift between ordinary consciousness and consciousness. What I call ordinary unconscious means being identified with thought processes and emotions and reactions and desires and aversions. It is most people's normal state. And in that state, you're run by the egoic mind, and you're unaware of being. It is a state of acute pain or unhappiness. But almost continuous levels of low-level unease, discontent, boredom, nervousness, a kind of background static. You may not realize this is much part of a normal being, just as you're not aware of the continuous low background noise such as a hum or air conditioner or unlit stop signs. When it suddenly does stop, there's a sense of relief. Many people use alcohol, drugs, sex, work, violence, whatever television they watch, shaping their inner lives and aesthetics of their unconscious behaviors to attempt into some unconscious basic unease. And when this happiness and unactivity is in a happiness of all enjoyable, which is in moderation and imbued with a compulsive addiction quality, all that is ever achieved through it is extremely short-lived symptoms, relief, and unease, and ordinary unconsciousness turns into pain of deep unconsciousness. A state of movement in acute form, obvious suffering, or unhappiness. When things go wrong, the ego is threatened and there's a major challenge, threat, or loss of real as an imagined in your life situation or conflict in relationship is that and then such intensifies and unconsciousness is different in a different degree. Ordinary unconsciousness habitually resistance to the denial, what creates an unease and disconnect that most people have in this normal living. This resistance comes from an intensified challenge or threat to the ego that brings up an intense negativity such as anger, aggression, depression, and so on. Deep unconsciousness often means that the pain body has been triggered and that you have become identified with it. Physical violence would be impossible without deep unconsciousness and can easily occur whenever a crowd of people or even an entire nation generates enough negative collective energy field. The best indicator of the level of consciousness is how you deal with life challenges when they come. Through those challenges, your already unconscious person tends to become more deeply unconscious, and the conscious person tends to become more intensely conscious. And you can use the challenge to awaken you, and you can allow it to pull you into even a deeper sleep, or you can. The dream of ordinary unconsciousness then turns into a nightmare. If you cannot be present even in normal circumstances such as when you're sitting alone in a room, walking in the woods, or listening to someone talk, you certainly won't be able to stay conscious enough for something when something does go wrong. You're faced with a difficult situation, people or situations with the loss of loss, and you'll be taken over by your reaction when ultimately everything is in the same form of fear and you're pulled into more of a deep unconsciousness. Those challenges are your tests, and only in which way you will deal with them and will show you others that you are as far as in your state of consciousness is concerned, not how long you can sit with your eyes closed or what visions you see. So it is essential to bring more consciousness into your life in ordinary situations. When everything is going relatively smoothly, in this way you grow in presence and it generates more of an energetic field around you and in a higher vibrational frequency. No unconsciousness, no negativity, no discord, no violence can enter that field, survive, just as darkness cannot survive in the presence of light. When you learn to be the witness of your thoughts and the emotions, which is the essential part of being, you may be presented with a much surprise as you first become aware of the background static of ordinary unconsciousness and realize how rarely, if ever, you are truly at ease with yourself. On the level of your true thinking, you will find a great deal of resistance in the form of judgment, disconnect, and mental rejection away from the now. On the emotional level, there will be an undercurrent of unease, tension, boredom, and nervousness. Both are aspects of the mind, and it is habitual resistance mode. And that was Ordinary Unconsciousness and Deep Unconsciousness in the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And this is my affirmation video to my affirmation journal. I've written it here. I'm Max, and thanks for watching, and I'm out.